team mentality.
But there's zero respect for the men in this room. Zero.
Here come the Gamecocks.
What up, Gamecock Nation? It's your boy, Mr. Gamecock himself, Gamecock OV. And I just witnessed, what did I just witness? I witnessed our South Carolina Football Gamecocks victorious against the Texas A&M Aggies. And again, I don't even know what an Aggie is.
Nope.
I think it's a minor or something. I don't know. All I know is, as mentioned in my last video, if you don't know what I mentioned in my last video, the game prediction, the Gamecocks needed to do three things, at least three things, in order to come away with a victory in this game.
Ooh.
They had to play more physical than the other team. They had to have a rushing attack to control the football. They had to rush for at least 100 yards, or at least Rocket Sanders, at least someone had to rush over, or as a collective, over 100 yards. They had to be, again, physical, Rocket Sanders. And number three, what do they have to do? Capitalize on turnovers. Did they do all that?
Yep.
They did. They went and they did it more. They almost had 200 yards rushing, which is, I'm like, whoa. Rocket Sanders had 200 yards of scrimmage yards. He had over, 160 plus yards rushing, almost 100 yards receiving.
Damn!
Come on. I always say that the Gamecocks will be viewed as underdogs, and I'm sure in this game they were going to be viewed as underdogs.
There's facts.
Even at home, even while playing, it didn't matter. They were playing the number 10 team in the country. They had a good game against Oklahoma. You know what was going to happen? Oh, they're going to fall apart. They're going to do this, and I expected that. And of course, the whispers were there. But the Gamecocks scored within, a few minutes of the game. They went up 14-0. They allowed Texas A&M to come back. Halftime is 20-20. Okay. But then guess what? They shut Texas A&M down for the entire second half. 2 quarters.
What?
How, bro? Defense. No, Nick Emenwari wasn't the star. It was the defensive line. Dylan Stewart said during the course of the game, they said Dylan Stewart got with his teammates and said, they cannot stop us. They cannot stop us. They cannot do that. And lo and behold, within the last few moments of the game, if you watched it, sack, they got to the quarterback. They created a fumble. Raheem Sanders, Rocket himself, shot himself into space, came back down, and scored another touchdown. Joshua Simon played lights out. If you look at the tight end room of the South Carolina Gamecocks, the wide receiver room really didn't carry this team in this game. The tight end room pretty much is the strength of this receiving team and things of that nature. Really couldn't get the ball to Nick Harbor like they wanted to. Hey, it's one of those things. Sometimes you're going to get those matchups you want, sometimes you're not. But what happened? Brady Hunt, he's a blocking guy. Cool. He'll get his touches. Michael Smith, he's a tight end. Highly recruited. 4-star out of Maryland, I believe. He'll get his touches. Elkinsis? I don't know how to say his name. The transfer from Florida. He'll get his touches. But Joshua Simon was the dude. 2 touchdowns. I'm watching the game and I'm like, okay. I didn't want to get too excited. I had to temper my expectations, so to speak. There was no type of crazy beamer ball moment where it's 4th and 4 and they went for it with some fake punt reverse hitch over the middle. They didn't do any of that. They pretty much just said, you know what? We're going to play straight up. We have to out-physical Texas A&M, and they did so. 44-20. And I said this time and time again. The Gamecocks are averaging 30-plus points per game. When they average 30-plus points a game, they win. They win. I mean, how many points did they score against Ole Miss? 3. Loss. How many points did they score against Alabama? 25. Loss. 44 points. The only outliers when they played LSU and they scored 30-plus points, that was, again, controversial, all that sort of good stuff. But you know what? We at the Garnet and Black Report, we're going to report on the Gamecocks because they are always going to be underdogs. My son is excited. But they're always going to be underdogs. No matter what. After this game, they're going to be still underdogs against Vanderbilt, underdogs against Missouri. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew. I called it. They had to out physical, they had to out rush, and they pretty much had to capitalize on any turnovers. And did they do that? Yes, they did. So, Vegas, you can kiss my Gamecock rear end.
Emotional damage.
Because I'm sure they had the Gamecocks losing this game. Doesn't even matter. But you know what? Garnet and Black Report, as always, Gamecock Nation, stand up. You know who it is. Mr. Gamecock himself. Gamecock OV. What? Had to tell you. Shane Beamer's happy right now. And anyone who's calling for his job, and oh my gosh, he wasn't ready to be a coach. And guess what? He's proven time and time again. He is the coach of the future. He's the coach of the Gamecocks, the South Carolina Football Gamecocks. And that's all I got to say about that in my stone cold voice. All right. I'm out this thing. You know what it is. Continue to like, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. And we'll be back. We'll be back with the next Gamecock game prediction very soon. And as always, stay cocky.
This is a culture built on love, man.
At night, when this place is rocking like this is the best environment in all of college football.
Welcome back